What's up, Mama Boss? Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. I'm Stephanie Gass, success strategist and passive income queen creator. If you're ready to step into your God-led potential, create profit from your passions, and capture the success that is already yours, this podcast was made for you. As always, you can find out more and connect with me over at stephaniegass.com. So grab that cup of coffee or fill up that glass of wine and let's dig into today's show. Hi, Mama. So glad you are here for episode 12, which is time blocking. My secret weapon revealed. Actually, my not so secret weapon because I talk about it day in and day out because it has absolutely impacted my life, my productivity, and balance across every single area. First and foremost, this episode is brought to you by Tools for Wisdom. After trying so many planners, as in so many dang planners, y'all, I finally found the one. Tools for Wisdom planners literally allow me to not only time block everything, which I'm going to be teaching you today, but they also allow me to put in my goals, my dreams, my wishes, my vision for my life. They also allow for me to do monthly planning, weekly planning, and daily planning, which is super important to productivity. Have a place for my to-do list items, and they have stickers. I want you to head over, grab your Tools for Wisdom planner, which you're going to be using after this episode for sure. And to save 15% off the entire store, use my link, which is bit.ly/plan4balance. bit.ly, bit.ly/plan4balance. You'll see the discount automatically applied at the end of checkout. And next up, I want to highlight just a couple of reviews. You guys have been so gracious and loving. It just lights my soul up to hear from you. I want to highlight Biz Women today who left a review. How refreshing to finally find someone who is real about their life and not afraid to share their struggles. Excited to hear more from this gal. I love that. Thank you, Biz Women. I'm so happy to have you as part of my community. Thank you so much for that review. One more. This one is from 12345 Graham, who says, Stephanie does a fabulous job providing valuable information while keeping it light and not overwhelming. She combines business topics with faith, and I feel inspired every single time I listen. I highly recommend this podcast. I'm so blessed to have you as a listener, and I'm so excited to hear that you are enjoying this show. Let's go ahead and hop on into today's topic, which is time blocking, my secret weapon revealed. The number one thing I hear from my community, truly the number one thing, is how do you get everything done? I don't have enough time to work on my business, or I don't have enough time to get the house stuff done in addition to the business. I feel like I'm drowning, overwhelmed. How do I find the balance and how do I find the time? How many of you can relate to this? Before we can figure out a solution for this, which I'm going to teach you today, we first have to identify and define the areas of our life that create the most fulfillment for us. They create not only fulfillment, but also balance and prosperity. I call these different areas the holy grail of life peace. No, for real. It's never going to be perfect. I actually do not believe in perfection, but I do believe in progress. Daily progress towards this holy grail of true life peace. The reason I use the term holy grail, the definition of holy grail is something that you want so much, but it's hard to get or hard to achieve. When I think of the holy grail of life peace, it's ultimate balance. What makes up your holy grail life? Let's talk about this. And then I'm going to teach you how to implement this. My holy grail of ultimate balance in my life starts with spirituality. This is the first category. And I'm going to have you categorize your holy grail life peace as well. So the ones that I say that resonate with you, I want you to jot that down. The first one for me is spirituality. What does this include? Prayer all day, every day, God, church, and devotionals. Those are the main 4 components of spirituality that are exceptionally important to my life. The second category is family. This is intentional time with my kids and my husband. This is creating memories together, traveling together, sitting down, having dinner together most evenings, and playing, having fun. Third category is health. This would be my daily workout classes. Y'all know I can get down in some Zumba, right? I love to lose myself in fitness classes. And you have to find that exercise that lifts you up and lights you up. But for me, it's daily workout classes, sticking to my health macros for my meal planning. This helps me maintain a massive sense of control over eating. And I also feel really empowered when I'm able to look at the macros in comparison to how I did for the day and recognize that, wow, I really did really well and I gave my body the very best fuel possible so that I can be the healthiest version of myself for me, for my children, and for my business and the performance that I'm creating out of this beautiful blessing that I have, which is my body. The final few things in health are water and meditation, super important. And the final one is business. This is my podcast, which thank you, you're listening to right now, my private clients, group coaching, advertising, marketing, creation, etc. Everything that goes into Success with Stephanie and the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. So those are the 4 categories. When I am equally spending time in all 4 areas throughout most of my day, and I am spending time on these areas, I find this really great sense of peace, this sense of accomplishment and happiness, because I feel like I'm winning in multiple areas, not just one. I'm not ignoring my health because my kids are taking all of my time, or I'm not ignoring my business because I'm spending all my time on my spirituality. For me, it's these 4 components that make up my holy grail life. So what I want you to do is take a moment and define the categories for you. Now you do that, boo, while I drink me some Pinot and iced coffee because it is staring at me and it looks so good. So you go, write your categories right now. I'm so in love with iced coffee, P.S. Like, I just can't get enough. Back to our chat. Now that you have a moment and you know what defines your Holy Grail categories, and if you don't know yet, I want you to think on that when we're finished with this chat, because you're going to use those categories for time blocking. Let's talk about it. What is time blocking? Well, number 1, it's my secret weapon, or not so secret weapon, because it literally changed my life when it came to productivity, doing things in this focused, intentional way. I had this epiphany when it came to how to get crap done. So what is it? It's making promises to yourself to complete or focus on each of these areas of your life that you've just defined. These time blocks are non-negotiable 90% of the time, because hello, we have kids, we have lives, we have teams, we have employees, we have whatever we have that we've got to kind of shift things around. But 90% of the time, I want you to think of time blocking as a promise to yourself. So how does it work? A paper planner, period. Those of you that are like, no, girl, I'm an iPhone calendar person. Time blocking works so well when you get rid of all of the dings and pings and the reactive planning, and you shift to proactive planning, which uses a paper planner system. Also, when you guys write things down, you are creating a subconscious tie to what you're writing down. That's why not only do I plan using a paper planner, I write down the 10 goals for my life every single day over and over and over again. I write down my affirmations. When I have ideas, I write them down. Physically write with a pen, okay? I know we've shifted to this online computer era, but when you create things using your hand and your mind and you shift a thought out of your body onto paper, it creates a new reality for you, and it helps you to focus on that thing very, very intentionally and creates a tie to your subconscious mind, all right? So using a paper planner, what we do is we time schedule first events. This would be something like, and I'm going to go into this a little bit further, meetings, appointments, hours your children are at school, your workout classes. So it's time scheduled events go first in the paper planner. The second thing you would put in there are to-do list items in each of your Holy Grail categories. For example, you're going to have something scheduled in each of your areas of life for every day. For me, let's talk about how I would do this. So remember, the 4 areas of my life that I want to time block in are spirituality, family, health, and business. So spirituality, every morning I wake up with 30 minutes to do my devotional, write down my intention for the day, copy my 10 goals for the day over into the next day, finally pray. So I get 30 minutes of focused spirituality in the mornings. I also pray at least 2 or 3 more times a day throughout, like if I'm driving all day, every day, you guys. Just, you'd make it a habit, and what you focus on will become a new norm for you. So that's what I do as far as spirituality is concerned, and it's penciled in, time blocked in my daily plan every single day, every single week. The next thing I have in there is family. This is intentional time with my kids and my husband. So for me, this is going to be 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So 5 to 9 p.m. typically every day. Now, unless I have a private client or a group coaching class or something like that, 70% of the time I time block my evenings for my family. This means cooking dinner with my kids, allowing them to help me. We sit down together without our phones and we eat together. Then we play games together, or daddy and the kids wrestle and I'll clean up dinner. We'll color together. We'll play a game. I really focus this time on being present. That is time blocked in, especially if I know 2 nights this week I have a client. The other 3 or 4 nights, I'm gonna time block and take no clients so that I can be sure that I am giving equal weighted time to each of these categories in my life. The next one is health. Every day, 5 days a week, I do a fitness class at the gym. It's time blocked in. 9:30 in the morning, so I time block from 9 a.m. so that I can drive in time, or 8:45, to 11 a.m. The gym. I go to my workout class. My kid has a wonderful time in the daycare playing with his friends, and that is kind of half of my meditation is my workouts. It's super important to me. My sleep is better. My health is better. I love the way that I look and feel, and you deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to spend time and money on your fitness and your health. So I schedule it in, time block it in, and it's a promise to myself that my health is going to be a priority. I also use my Fitbit Versa to track my water intake and my macros so that I know, am I fueling my body in the best way possible with enough water consumption? I should also have ounces of coffee in there because let's get real. I'm just kidding. Or am I? And also my food macros. And you guys, it's about balance here. I'm just gonna sidebar for a second. It's okay to go off your macros. It's okay to have a donut or have a piece of pizza or have a beer or have some wine. It's okay. It's just about balancing. And for me, I have this 80% rule. 80% of the time, I'm working out and eating soup and eating clean and healthy for me. The other 20% of the time, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna create memories, I'm gonna travel and drink beer and eat too much dessert, okay? Because you deserve to have balance. And if you're doing the right thing for yourself and your business and your health, 80% of the time, you are winning and you are still seeing progress. Now, the last category that makes up my holy grail balanced, peaceful life is business. You guys know this about me. I love to work. And why do I love to work? Because I have fun with what I do. I feel inspired, motivated. I'm in line with my God-led calling. It doesn't feel like work. It feels so fun and fulfilling, and it's a massive piece of who I am, and I love that, and I make no excuses for it. However, sometimes the business me can take over. It's easy for me to get lost in the business Stephanie. It's easy for me to become a workaholic. So it's something that I have to intentionally focus on and make sure that I'm not allowing business to take the driver's seat, so to speak. So what I like to do after I time block, I actually time block in the other areas first: spirituality, family, and health. Now, if you remember my day, so spirituality is in the morning, then I have my workout, and then in the evenings I have family time. I have a wonderful open space between 11 in the morning until about 4 p.m. Coincidentally, this is also the time that my son naps and my other son is in school. So it's a beautiful space of time for me to fill with my business stuff. From roughly 11 when my first son is eating all the way through his nap until about 2:30, I'm able to 100% zone in on business. So I time block this every single day. This is where I fill, and actually right now it's 1:47 p.m. and I'm recording this podcast. My son is napping, and so it's such a beautiful time for me to work on my business. I will do recording podcasts, coming up with content creation, working on social media scheduling. I meet with private clients during this time, or like I had mentioned, during certain evenings, and that's okay as well, as long as it's scheduled around my family. I can also schedule that stuff after my children have gone to bed. So that's another option for you. I also do whatever else I need to do for my business. Advertising, meetings, if I have emails to catch up on, any of that stuff, group coaching, creation, homework assignments from my clients, whatnot. It's gonna go in that beautiful block of time. That would be a typical day for me 80% of the time. Remember the 80% rule. So the other thing that I do sometimes is I have a big project coming up, like a course launch, or I'm ready to launch my group coaching session again. I will take an entire day for my business on, like, let's say a weekend, find childcare for my kids, or my husband will watch them. I'll actually leave my home and time block an entire day to get a project done. This is also okay as long as it fits in my 80% rule. So 20% of the time, I'm allowed to have an anomaly, like an entire day or an entire weekend for work, or maybe like I did a few weeks ago, if you guys remember in my podcast, I take off work completely for an entire weekend, and I get off of social media and I have a detox from work, from social media. It's all about balance and listening to your body and listen to your mind. There are times when I feel a supernatural pull on my heart to focus on my business. So I listen to that. I need a weekend. I have this immense pull or this insatiable desire to go and create, and I'm full of inspiration and motivation and desire to pour into my business. I should do that. There are other times where I feel this insatiable pull to focus on my family. So I turn off business. And what you'll find is you almost start to work in this supernatural way where your body will tell you and your heart will tell you what you should be focusing on. And then you have to find the balance and prioritize the rest of the categories that don't come naturally to you. I'll tell you, for a long time, health and spirituality did not come natural to me as far as a daily practice. I was, religious and went to church, and that's great. And I kind of ate healthy one day a week. I decided that those were so important to me, to fueling me and making me the best that I could possibly be, that I had to create a daily practice surrounding spirituality and health. That's why I started to time block in those categories. So does that make sense to you? Why does this work, ladies? Because you're creating discipline, accountability, you're checking the boxes, which for me allows for such a beautiful visual of what I'm accomplishing, and you're sticking to a schedule. Also creating a habit. 90 days of intentional practice on something will create a new habit. And this is about organizing your life so that you can be the most productive you, and also so that you can be balanced. It's about the balance. And I had somebody tell me recently, I don't believe in balance. And it really made me sad, because of course there's balance. If you don't believe in balance, it's because you are choosing not to believe in balance. To me, in my heart, I feel like that's really sad. Balance is there for you. You just have to choose balance. It would be easy for me not to have balance and to focus 80% of my life on work, because that's really natural for me. It's who I am. But that's not what creates the best me. It's not what creates the most well-rounded me. That's not what lifts my family up. It's also not what keeps me healthy. I've been that Stephanie before, and that Stephanie is unhealthy, unhappy, and in a lot of ways unfulfilled. You can have balance. You absolutely can. So here's how you're going to implement time blocking. Number 1, define your holy grail life categories. Just like I did, choose your categories. Typically, I see my clients have roughly 3 to 5 categories. And if you have a few more, that's great, but you're probably going to have a minimum of 3. Number 2, get a paper planner. Just try it, please. Try it for 3 months. For 90 days, I want you to implement this new practice in your life. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, I love the planner from Tools for Wisdom. You can head over there and save 15% off of your next paper planner by using the link bit.ly/plan4balance. You'll see that discount already applied at the checkout. I'm telling you, absolutely love, love, love that planner. Number 3, stop using multiple systems of planning. You can't have your phone dinging at you, sticky notes on your computer at home, reminders in your phone, then you've got a planner over here, but you're also using your phone. Ladies, how can you be the best you when you have multiple systems of management? One planner, it has your personal, your business, your to-do list, your tracking, your groceries, your weight, your macros, your life goals, your vision statement. Everything important to who you are is in one place. It feels so dang good. Number 4, start with annual goals. So here is a tip for you. You're going to start with, what do you want to accomplish for your life this year? Okay, write them down in the planner. Break those down into quarterly goals. So in order to accomplish the annual goal, what would you have to do each quarter for your business, for your life, for your personal, for your weight, for your health, what? Next thing, break those annual goals into monthly goals, then weekly. Then your weekly goal becomes a daily goal. You're literally going to know what you must do every day of the year to get you from point A to point Z in 12 months from now. And then it's up to you to stick to the plan. It's cool. You will know, what do I need to accomplish to reach a goal? It's so, so liberating to realize you have the power to go out and do anything in these 4 areas of your holy grail balanced life. Number 5, enter in all time scheduled events into the monthly pages of your planner. This is your business, your personal, every single thing that has a time slot goes here. You're also going to plug in to your monthly pages the monthly goals that we just figured out in step 3. For example, if I have a monthly goal of reaching 25% body fat, 6 months from now, I can back into that goal. Like, okay, to reach this goal, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, 3 of which are going to be weight training. I'm going to stick to my macros 80% of the time. How many days per month can I go off of my macros? That type of thing. So you can really be intentional about how you can reach a goal and then plug that stuff in to the planner so that you can see it visually every month, every week, and every day. Number 6, I also put into my planner my water, my workouts, my weight, my measurements, and my meal tracking checkboxes in the monthly plan so that I can monitor my health progress. If I'm not operating my body, which is a huge component of who I am, my body and my mind is not nourished and it's not flourishing and it's not being fed with the best possible meal plan and enough water, I'm not going to be operating at my highest capacity, and that's not fair to me, nor is it fair to my family and to my clients and to my business. Number 7, transfer the time scheduled events from your monthly plan into your weekly plan. You're going to go ahead and shift all of those goals and time scheduled events, copy them over, because writing repetitively creates repetition, which creates memory retention. Move it into your weekly plan. And then also add the time blocking items that are remaining. So for me, for example, I'm plugging in that meditation and spirituality time every morning. That's not something that's a time scheduled event like an appointment, but it is a time block for me. The next thing I'm going to do is also plug in all of those other things like I mentioned, time with my family, time for my business, etc. And then last thing to plug into your weekly plan is the other to-do list stuff. And that's where you're going to fit it in the open time because it's not a priority. For example, laundry. I'm like, y'all know, I despise me some laundry. I wash it all, but then I just pile it in baskets. It's like a decoration. oh, how many baskets of clean laundry can Stephanie create before I find time for that? Sometimes what I will do is I will actually time block for laundry. It's rare, but sometimes I'll say, okay, it's starting to make me feel overwhelmed or icky. And if something's happening that's making me feel that way, it's time to address it and look at it and take a look at, okay, you're letting this thing get away from you. Time block an hour or two, like on a Sunday afternoon. I'll listen to my favorite podcast and I'll make a promise to myself, because everything in my planner is a promise to myself that will make my life better in some way, to go and do the dang laundry, get it done. Something you can do. And I also say it's okay to have a big to-do list, but prioritize it. That's number 8, because what must get done first should be at the top of your to-do list. That way you can go through what's most important to you first, because this stuff is at the end of the list as it is. So make sure you take a minute to prioritize that to-do list. Number 9, make it fun. Make this exercise fun for you. And this new practice, I use stickers, pretty colors. I buy fancy little marker pens and they make me happy. They have all the colors and I have a different color for each thing. Draw pretty pictures and I use stickers and I use pretty paper clips. Okay? Make it fun, make it pretty. And this helps me to enjoy my planning process like I would need to enjoy it anymore. I'm like a planner obsessed human being. For those of you that aren't that way, it will help you. I also love to see my progress, so I create check mark boxes by every single thing that I accomplish. Number 10, dedicate yourself to this practice. Every day, all day, there is no other method to your madness. If you are intentionally using one planner, time blocking in all the categories of your holy grail best balanced life, and you're sticking to it every day, there is no other option but to keep your promises to yourself and to your day, you are going to feel so good about yourself. Accomplish all the things that you're meant to accomplish in your day, that you all of a sudden have time for everything. You're getting rid of the stuff that doesn't serve you because it's not a promise to yourself in your planner. That episode of Real Housewives of Dallas, like, y'all, I like me some reality TV now and again, but it's rare because my day is completely time blocked with promises to myself, and only when I accomplish everything in that promise map to myself will I allow something like a reality TV show or something that's not truly serving me in those 4 categories to come into play. Does that make sense? Now, the last tip, number 11, silence your phone and get rid of the distractions. So the success of time blocking is completely up to you. If you allow your phone to ding and ping at you, all the alerts from social media, all the emails to come in, you're not going to be focused. You're not going to be intentional. When I have 3 hours to work on my business in the afternoon, that is all I have so many days out of the week. I am not going to waste that time by scrolling social media, by being reactive when somebody text messages me. Heck no. Silencing the phone, all the alerts are off. My phone does not tell me when somebody comments on my picture of Hugo, my dog. Like, I don't care. I will look at that later. Right now, I am serving my greatest good. I am serving my higher calling. And that, to me, should be the very first priority in my day. And yours should be for you as well. So be intentional and don't cheat yourself out of your greatest productive holy grail life, because it's right there for you. One other thing, and I mentioned this already, it takes 90 days to create a new habit. Time blocking has really, truly changed my life. I am so productive, it freaks people out. My clients are like, what the what? Like, how do you do all of this? You guys, I'm a solopreneur. I have one person that helps me, 2 people, which is a social media manager, and I have a house cleaner. Those 2 things free up a lot of time for me, but I still, at the end of the day, I am my own producer, my own salesperson, my own marketer, my own graphic designer. There are so many hats that I wear that I have to be productive, not only in my business, but it's so important to me to be present for my family, my kids, and all of the people that depend on me to also be there for them. I have no choice but to find the balance that works for me and in my life. I think, and I know you can have that too, if you focus in on this practice, make it a priority, and don't cheat yourself out of your greatest holy grail life. Did you like this episode? I hope so. I really, really, really hope that this helps you. If you want to get even better with your productivity and you want to go super deep with goal setting, vision casting, money mastery, I want you to consider joining us for Passionately Profitable. This is my 6-week group coaching session. It's going to be happening super soon. There are only 30 spots. Every single time I launch this course, it sells out. You're going to want to snag your spot as soon as possible so that you can take 6 weeks to transform your life in your purpose, passions, and profits. Head over to passionatelyprofitable.gr8.com and get registered now. I pray over you, mama, you right now listening to this show. I pray that you realize you do have the time and capacity to be fulfilled in every important area of your life. I pray that you recognize you have the power to say no to the things that do not serve you and build you up, and that you have the power to say yes to things that fuel your soul. You are worthy of investing in you, of spending time on you, and of making yourself and your health a priority so that you can be the best mama and businesswoman possible. I pray over you that you have unlimited time to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish today and every day. And I pray that if you choose to try time blocking and this intentional method of productivity in your life, that you are given every tool you need to be successful and that you are able to silence the distractions once and for all and step into your power as the incredible mom boss that you are. As always, love and light, Steph. Hey mama, real quick before you go, if you found value in today's podcast and you learned something new, if you'll head over to iTunes, the Mompreneur Mastermind Show, and leave a review and subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. And I'd love to connect with you over on social media. My handle is @Stephanie Gass. I'll see you soon. Praying light, love, and abundance. Until next time.